we've already talked about some body weight training, some different ways that we can vary resistance just with that. But if we want to add a little bit more, we want to add something, maybe a tool that's going to get us maybe a different feel, or even allow us to do some different variations of these exercises, there's a few things that we can use. So the first one is banded resistance. So there's a few different levels of bands. This is one of the thinner ones that you can get. It's about 1/4 inch, and this is kind of medium. It's about 1 inch, and there's one in between, and then there's a lot of different ones. But the basics behind this is that I'm just adding a little bit of resistance to allow me to do more of the pull. So remember, with body weight training, one of the most difficult things is actually getting the posterior chain. So doing your pulling motion. So things like rows, pull-ups, or even the hamstrings and deadlifts type movements, those are really difficult without some other resistance. So these will allow you to do that. If you're first starting out, probably this 1/4 inch is probably the better choice for you to start off with. But as you progress through, you may actually want to progress to a thicker band or double up your 1/4 inch band, just simply to add a little bit more resistance for the lower body specifically. And we'll show you how to modify some of the resistance of that a little bit later on in a different module. The next way is just a way that we can actually add a weight to our body weight training, specifically if we're doing lower body exercises, so squats and deadlifts. And that's by using either a backpack or a duffel bag. And so I can load this up with anything from a bag of rice to some canned food, put it inside, and then I can either use the strap or the handles to carry it around, doing some loaded carries. I can hold on to it and do some deadlifts, or I can bring it right against my body and I can do my squats with this against my body as well. Another way is to use partner training. And we get into a lot of the variations a little bit later on in the module for partner training itself. But it's a great way to just add a little bit of fun, because there's probably going to be things that are be challenging for you, but also a great way to just connect and create relationship with either a significant other, a spouse, or a sibling as well, because they will be your resistance and you will be theirs. And you can do multiple exercises at the same time and multiple muscle groups. And it's just a great way to kind of change up your training routine as well. So we'll show you a lot of those variations a bit later. I didn't bring a partner with me. And the last one that we can use as well is a suspension trainer. And so the most common one is known as a TRX. So it just goes into this little bag here. And what we would do if we're at home is you would simply just put this over the door. So there's a door anchor that I will show you a little later. And I'll show you how to hook it all up. But it's basically just two handles that suspend up and allow you to do a lot of the harder to get to body parts. So the posterior chain, as we mentioned, and can also add a lot of instability as well. So if that's something that you want to improve, or you see that as a next kind of step in your training, that might be a great option for you as well. And so we'll show you how to get that set up. We'll show you how to modify resistance with that in a later module.